one of the most reliable car companies on the planet, known for their impeccable reliability, lasting sometimes hundreds of thousands of miles. But recently, their cars have been having serious issues. The Toyota Tundra is no longer recommended by Consumer Reports, as many people reported it with many issues. In fact, it's had, I believe, 10 recalls, one of them for the wheels falling off. Toyota has also been denying warranties for the GR Corolla fire and claiming that tires were rated below 85 miles per hour when they definitely were not. The issue was caused by the engine catching on fire, and Toyota's response to this is, Also, the BZ4X, new EV, Toyota said they weren't going to do EVs, they rolled out. What happened? There's obviously been something that has changed now, right? Toyota is still number 2 in the reliability score, but other brands like Subaru and Mazda are catching up and being more competitive with Toyota as Toyota starts to break more and more ties. What happened? What is going on with Toyota? For so long, Toyota has been making these cool, reliable vehicles, even, since like 3 years ago. Exactly what happened and when? Well, this was the former CEO of Toyota, Akio Toyoda. He was, of course, part of the Toyota family, which originally formed the Toyota company. And he understood some things. He understood how the car market worked. He understood reliability, craftsmanship, how a company is to be run. And he is the person, his family, Toyota, is the family that is responsible for Toyota's success, raising Toyota into the mega giant that it is. Now, that doesn't mean that Toyota hasn't had their occasional slip-ups with certain less than good vehicles, but they have been pretty good. They had some fast cars, they had quick development, and everything was going really well. Until Akio Toyoda needed a replacement. They felt that Akio Toyoda, remember, I'm characterizing this in a certain way where I don't want it to be misconstrued. They didn't kick him out of his own company. I believe he chose to leave. Yes, he chose to left. He chose to leave. But they were in charge of picking someone new. And instead of picking someone, new from the Toyota family, because there weren't great choices, they decided to pick someone completely new. A person not from the Toyota family and a billionaire, a rich, I would say, wealthy Japanese man to be the new successor of Toyota. Now, this was not someone unfamiliar. They didn't just pull some guy off the street and said, hey, you look rich, be in our thing. He was responsible for the Lexus LC and Lexus in racing development, as he is a race car driver, or played a part in that. And this makes so much sense. The second I found out who is in charge of Toyota and that he was a racing driver, it clicked. I understood why. Because he worked on, as you see highlighted here, the Lexus LC. Now, Toyota occasionally makes cars that step out of that line, of reliability, solid, small simplicity. And one of the biggest offenders of that is the Lexus LC. It's a wonderful, amazing car. But when you think of reliable, average Joe Toyota, you don't think of a Lexus LC, do you? So to find out that he was one of the people behind this and that drove this and liked this makes sense for the way that he runs the company. View Akio Toyoda as your average Toyota Camry, and what is his name? Sato? I'm not familiar with his name. Yeah, Koji Sato. I'm just going to say that American. Koji Sato. Yeah, and Sato as the LC crazy car. No wonder he's running the company the way he is. We have seen a bunch of new sporty vehicles coming out, the GR versions, Gazoo Racing coming out of the BRZ, not the BRZ, coming out of the, what's it called? I keep wanting to call it FRS and BRZ. What's the Toyota version called? The Toyota AE86, it's named after that. Toyota GR? The GR something. I don't know, just the Toyota GR, that's what we're going to name it. You know what I mean, the Subaru BRZ. Anyway, no wonder Toyota's been this way, right? They're moving away from reliability and replacing the good, what I like to call old-era Toyotas, which is reliable, cool, they have some cool stuff about them, but overall they're just pretty practical and boring, which is what we like with these newer, more radical stylings. Everything has to be cool. There can't be anything normal. It has to be a huge touchscreen, and they have to be super competitive. Another thing that I'm really upset with Toyota about, especially under this new leadership, is their lack of connections with Subaru and Mazda. A few years ago, it seemed like every day Toyota was collaborating with Subaru. They had an EV together. They had a sports car together. They were developing platforms together. Toyota and Mazda were working together. In fact, I believe they helped work on the on the CX-90 that just came out. That was planned, of course, a few years ago. And now I'm not seeing that anymore. When's the last time that we've seen a Subaru crossover? There have been none in the current era of Toyota. And it's been run this way for about 2 years now. And like I said, there's also, if you've noticed, a large, drastic wave of refreshes coming through the entire Toyota lineup, changing them from their previous reliable selves to these new, I don't want to sound like pearl clutching here, but these new radical designs that, our original Toyota wouldn't really agree with. So there's your answer. Why Toyota has been getting so, tricky when things go wrong. Whatever that thing's name is. How Toyotas have been, getting less and less reliable, how other brands are closing in, and how Toyota's ties and relationships with other brands are not doing well. Now, I'm not saying that he's a bad CEO. Well, it's CEO and then there's president. It's very complicated. You should read up on it. I did, and it's not worth explaining for this video. But I'm not blaming him. He's actually really, really good. But I do not believe that Cogent. I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's more than cogent. Anyway, it's a news clip. It's very funny. I laughed at that a lot. Anyway, he's a very good person. And he's great at racing cars. He's great at understanding them. He was a great race car driver. But I really don't think that he should be the head of Toyota. First of all, he's not from the Toyota family. Now, you may say, well, that's ridiculous. It's not like there's something in their blood that makes them, immediately, needed or wanted with Toyota, and I would agree with that, but there's something about the Toyota family being, CEO of the company, president of the company, that just makes me sleep better at night. They were the ones that founded the company. They have all the knowledge of the company. If any single decision was made, it was made under that family's rule. And now that some new random person is coming in charge, again, he's not random. He had a long career with Toyota and was just picked, but it still feels like the proportions, and I would describe it more as, personify it as, what is it? Sorry, I am so tired. Words are just escaping out of my brain like a swimming pool that's been punctured by a knife, like the inflatable ones. His priorities are not in order, right? So with that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. This doesn't make me happy, okay?